I once was a guide to treasures, each of divine measure. From the blue of the sea to the highest mountain peaks. Maybe it's my height. Maybe it's my experienced eyes. Maybe I've had too much to notice my own cries.
The local authority asked us to go in and be kind of responsible for the residents' well-being. I'm Susanna Baker. I am the founder and trustee of the Pickwell Foundation, and I am the director for refugee and asylum work. From the first day we went in there, it was pretty desperate. I mean, you know, there were sores on people's feet. They wore no warm clothing and it was November. They didn't have shoes. And this is most people, not one or two. So immediately we knew that we could make a difference here. No one knew the hotel was coming.
When the hotel popped up unexpectedly, I wanted to do whatever I could to help. My name's Steph. I started off as a volunteer with Pickwell and then started working leading the project. Started volunteering and it was quite a bleak time in the hotel. There was a lot of very unsettled, very down people.
Not really an easy journey. When I got here, it was more like, okay, thank you God, I got here.
And we were kind of like starving because we had a long journey. We met Ali and staff, which were really nice.
We felt at home because like the first day already they were really giving us attention. They gave us clothes, they gave us everything really that we needed.
در زمینه سلامت روان به افراد کمک می‌کردیم توی ایران به خاطر اینکه ما روانشناس هستیم و کلینیک داشتیم. اینطوری خواهد بود که ترک کشورت و ترک جایی که برای من 40 سال توی اون زندگی کردم شبیه اینه که بمیری و انگار بیای یه جای دیگه‌ای و بخوای زنده بشی. بنابراین وقتی رسیدم هتل حال خوبی نداشتم.
تو چریتی داخل هتل آشنا شدیم. فوق العاده حامی بودن، فوق العاده مهربون و دلسوز و یعنی اون دلتنگی روز و شب اول به نوعی کمرنگ و کمرنگتر شد و هرچه تا امروز که ما 1 ماه و نیم تقریبا اینجاییم خیلی بهشون احساس نزدیکی میکنیم و
در واقع حس اینکه دوباره به آغوش خانواده برگشتیم.
دقیقاً درست.
مثل یک خانواده آغوششون رو برای ما باز کردن و این خیلی شگفت انگیز بود.
دقیقاً.
This is a group of human beings who almost all of them been through incredibly difficult experiences that we can't really imagine. Hi, I'm Dom. I'm a local GP and I've been helping with the care for the residents at the hotel. Our role has been very much around the healthcare side of things. We could not have provided the level of care we did though without the input from Pickwell. Some of the resilience from some of the residents is extraordinary, and it's traumas that I can't imagine how I would cope with. The fact that some of those residents who've been through such difficult things are still able to build positive relationships and laugh is an amazing thing. Obviously not all of them are in that position and some of them are really deeply mentally troubled by the things that have happened.
افغانستان مملکت د کونړ ولایت اوسیدونکی یم. نو طالبان زموږ په کور باندې حمله هم وکړه مقصد او زمونږ پلار او زما ورور او زما خور هم مقصد یو ورور او خور مې معیوبان شو. پلار مې هم په حق ورسېدو. مینه لرم په افغانستان کې ما خپله د UK آرمو سره وظیفې جلا کړي په هلمند کې په قندهار کې. زما ژوند په خطر کې و. هغه چې افغانستان کله سقوط شو نو ګاونډي یو کوم هیواد زموږ ته مقصد د پناه غوښتنې همکاري نه کوله. نو مقصد موږ ته غوښتل چې موږ ته ګاونډي هیواد موږ ته پناه راکړي او موږ سره همکاري وکړي. ډېر ځنګلونو کې مقصد جسدونه د منځه لاړل. ډېر در په در خاورې په سر شو. ډېر په زندانونو کې پاکستان کې بندیان دي، په ایران کې بندیان دي، په ترکیه کې بندیان دي. او هغې نه زه بیا په ټوپي کښتۍ کې کېناستم او انګلستان ته رانه. اولنی ځل چې په ټوپي کښتۍ کېناستم ما باندې هم کښتۍ ډوبه شوه. دوباره چانس کې زه انگلیستان دارم واسه به انگلیستان که خوشحالم.
My name is Pam. I'm a retired nurse and health visitor, and I work for Pickwell as a volunteer. When I go in the morning, I know that it's going to be a difficult day in some ways, but a beautiful day in others. When Imran told me his story, clearly very traumatic, but what resonated then is that that's his story, but I know that there are loads more stories exactly the same. So that was a moment when you have to realise that they've gone through such a lot. But I've had moments of pure joy as well, when we have laughed and laughed. So I don't want anyone to think that this is just a tragic story. It's not, it's lots of tears, but lots and lots of laughter too.
I'm Mark. I work for North Devon Salvation Army, but I've been seconded to the Pickwell Foundation for this project. My first reaction was just to get people around a table, ask the question, what have we got at our disposal? You know, what can we meaningfully do?
My name's Jim. I'm a local business owner. We've been working with Pickwell Foundation to provide supper clubs for the residents of the hotel. When we heard that there were going to be residents in the town, we wanted to do something. We didn't really know whether it was going to be a case of us teaching people to cook or helping people to cook, but as a general rule, been very much resident-led, giving them the autonomy to cook things that they want to cook for themselves, and also to be able to sit down with them at the end and share that meal has been pretty magical, really.
And giving them back that agency as individuals rather than just making them benefactors of kind of donations and material things. To watch them flourish as who they are, to try and find ways for them to be those people again in all of this system that's taking that away from them, to let their lives spill out from the boxes of the forms they've been filling in for years, I think is a really, it goes beyond compassion, it's about dignity and justice.
I think home is just something that's really important to me, and I feel upset when I imagine that someone has lost that. And I strive to create home for those that don't have one, even if it's a temporary one for a short time.
They started off with looking for a school for me, and I was really excited. I've always wanted to become a doctor since I was little, and I would really want to work hard to become one and just help other people, heal them.
I'm very, very grateful. At least I got to pick myself up. I feel at home.
They came as individuals and they really are families to one another now.
The role that Pickwell's feels like it's stepping into, I think it's important because it's not going to go away anytime soon. The projections for human migration over the next 10, 20, 30 years are pretty big, and communities are going to need to learn how to welcome, how to integrate, how to share life globally.
So before I joined Pickwell, I was in a very low area of my life. My husband had died. It might have helped our residents, but it's helped me much, much more.
You're amazing.
میدونین توی شرایطی که ما هستیم ممکنه به یک کفش نیاز داشته باشیم یا به یک شلوار که برای اینکه روزمرگیمون بگذره، اما این از دید من چیزای در واقع مادی هستن. یعنی آدم میتونه بدون اینها هم زندگی کنه، آدم میتونه با یه دونه کفش زندگی رو ادامه بده، اما بدون عشق نه، بدون محبت نه. و چیزی که من از گروه خیریه اینجا دیدم عشق بود.
It's felt a bit like a family actually, a sort of ever-growing family where family members can be taken away at a moment's notice and new family members join. We've been there from almost day one, just wanting to help in any way that we can.
once was a guide to many smiles. And maybe, just maybe, you could help me find mine.